welcome back. We're going to read another chapter out of our book today. I got to meet with almost the whole class yesterday and today, and it was so much fun to see your guys' faces. I also met a lot of puppies and some cats, so that was lots of fun, and saw some cool tricks on the gymnastics bar. So thank you for continuing to share with me. It's been lots of fun to see you guys. I'm hoping after spring break we can continue to kind of do some meetups, maybe once a week. Not really sure. I'm thinking about it. If you have any good suggestions, let me know. Also, it is Friendship Friday, so your job today is to do one nice thing for someone in your house, and it is also Fun Friday, so feel free to have double Fun Friday today. No worries. Too bad it's not nice out. I don't think it's nice out. It looks kind of gross out, so hopefully the sun comes out and we can even go outside a little. So our new chapter today, our last chapter, if you missed it, was about science, where they went up on the roof to check out clouds, and then they saw the cloud of doom. So I don't know what that's all about. But in this chapter is chapter 9, The Gong. Louis, the art teacher, was filling a green ball with air when the cloud of doom cast its gloomy shadow over the schoolyard. He felt an eerie chill as he pushed down on his air pump. Suddenly, there was a loud bang, and next thing Louis knew, he was laying on the blacktop. He slowly sat up, wiggled his fingers. He stuck out his tongue, moved it from side to side. He seemed to be okay. He stood up, still a little wobbly. Bits of green rubber were scattered across the playground. His air pump was on the other side of the dodgeball circle. The ball must have exploded from too much air, he realized. He always tried to put the maximum amount of air in each ball. The kids liked them bouncy. The bouncier, the better. He picked up a piece of green rubber, then another, and another. There already weren't enough balls to go around school, and they couldn't afford to lose another one. He'd have to sew it back together. In the end, he found 73 pieces. It was an unusually dark for this time of day. He hoped he didn't miss any. The gong, he remembered. He hurried to the principal's office, stuffing cotton balls into his ears as he ran. "You're late, Louis," said Mr. Kidswater, but Louis couldn't hear him. He wheeled the giant gong out of the office to the bottom of the stairs. At one time, the gong had been bright and shiny, but that was before Louis's time. Now it was dull and heavily dented. The large mallet, also made of iron, hung from a hook bolted from the gong's wooden frame. Louis unhooked it, took a couple of steps backward to steady himself. The mallet was heavy, even for someone as strong as the yard teacher. He handed it to Mr. Kidswater, who easily raised it over his shoulder. Mr. Kidswater had thick arms, a thick neck, and a thick head. Louis started the countdown. 10, 9, 8. There was a red dot in the center of the gong. And on the count of 1, Mr. Kidswater swung the mallet and hit it dead center. Gong! Despite the cotton balls, the sound rattled inside Louis's head and echoed up and down the stairs. Louis took the mallet from Mr. Kidswater and hung it back on its hook. He wheeled the gong off to the side just before a river of children flooded down the stairs. "Hi, Louis! Bye, Louis! See you tomorrow, Louis!" they all called as they ran by. He smiled and waved, but all he heard was gong. "Why don't they ever say those things to me?" Mr. Kidswater asked a little while later as they were leaving the school together. "Well, maybe if you did something nice," Louis suggested. "Like what?" asked the principal. "Maybe let a kid ring the gong." "No way," snapped Mr. Kidswater. "That's the best part of being a principal." "Or how about you get some more balls for recess?" Louis suggested. "Too expensive," said Mr. Kidswater. "What if I pay for them?" said Louis. Mr. Kidswater laughed. "You? Where would you get that kind of money? Did you rob a bank?" "I have money," said Louis. "I've written some books about Wayside School." "And you got paid for that?" Mr. Kidswater asked. Louis shrugged. Mr. Kidswater frowned. Louis hoped he hadn't broken the law. "Did you mention me in these books?" asked Mr. Kidswater. "Oh, maybe once or twice," Louis admitted. "You didn't say anything bad about me, did you?" Said Louis. "You should write a chapter about me," declared Mr. Kidswater. "Call it The Best Principal Ever with 3 exclamation points." "Well, first you have to do something that makes you the best principal ever," Louis explained. "Like what?" "Well, maybe you let a kid ring the gong?" This time, Mr. Kidswater didn't snap at Louis. He was thinking about it. Louis looked up at the gloomy cloud. He hadn't paid much attention to science back when he was going to school. He didn't know it was a cloud of doom. Had he known, he never would have made such a dangerous suggestion to Mr. Kidswater. Something's going on. I can't quite figure it out. The next chapter is called Chapter 10, Stuck. And it looks like it's about BB, but I could be wrong because I haven't read it. So interesting. There's lots of clues to look for in this book. I wonder what is going to happen. So this will be my last video until after spring break. So please make sure that you are having fun at spring break. There is nothing required from school. If you want to continue working on the Padlet or doing Lexia, things like that, Epic should work for you over spring break. If it doesn't, let me know and I can send you a remote access code. Otherwise, I hope you have a really good spring break. We'll do a little bit more extra work when we get back, so be prepared to do some extra learning instead of just the Padlet when we get back. I hope you guys have a really great spring break, and I will see you when we get back. Bye!